Hi, everybody, and welcome to today's Flow into Yoga Vinyasa Flow class. I'm Tanya. So happy to have you here today. So today we're going to be incorporating some massage balls, but if you don't have massage balls, a tennis ball will work. Other types of balls will work. This is actually a bigger massage ball, but just maybe look around your house. Find something appropriate. I don't recommend like golf balls or anything, but maybe sometimes your kids have a little something around. Massage balls are just a little bit softer than a tennis ball, but a tennis ball will work. Um, so before we get centering or start to center, we're going to work with our massage balls. Another thing that would work out is a foam roller. So coming to our mats. And we're going to work on the hamstrings and maybe even the sit bones. So your sit bones are just right here connecting the femur. Uh, you'll feel like this nodule here. And these sit bones are stabilizers. So they stabilize the hip. And we're just going to bring our massage balls. You should have two of them, or tennis balls, or whatever you have there. If you just have one, you're just going to work one side and maybe just straighten the leg, and then work the other. So I'm using my hands just to take a little bit of pressure off the balls. Another way you could do this is up against a wall or on furniture. If the balls are too much pressure, you can always place a towel or a blanket over the balls. A lot of ball talk. So take a deep, full in breath in. Smooth, easy exhale. And then just maybe find an area that you can hang out in, add a little bit more TLC. You want to avoid any areas that are hypersensitive. So, I mean, if it's causing you just like torture, then you should back out. You also want to avoid any bony areas. It won't feel good to be on your bones. Take a deep, full in breath. Smooth, easy exhale. And also windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Just really any movement that feels good. Let this movement be intuitive. A few more breaths here. And then backing out of that. So we're going to come to our hamstrings. So you're going to bring balls about mid portion of your hamstrings. You can lay the legs flat to the mat and just rock side to side. But if you have a couple of blocks, it's really handy here to use your blocks. You lay the blocks so the widest surface is on the mat, end to end. So the blocks here are touching. You place your balls up on your blocks and then your hamstrings on top of the balls. And then you just rock from side to side. It just gives you a little bit more leverage, a little bit more space. Always roll up or away from the center of the hamstring. Wanting to probably avoid any creases. So behind the knee, you wouldn't really want to get into that crease. And so we cross fiber our hamstrings. So that means we go back and forth, windshield wiper the knees or the feet. Move up and down the hamstrings. Again, avoiding any creases, so like the back of the knee, or even maybe even the crease of your hip and lower buttock, lower glutes. Although it might feel nice up there too. Here on the blocks, you're not going to be able to go that high. Another thing with the blocks, make sure it's keeping it right into the hamstring area. Good, just a few more breaths here. Good, and then just releasing the blocks to the side, grabbing onto your ball or balls, and just laying on your back. Knees are bent. Taking a deep, full in breath. Smooth, easy exhale. So another place while we center, we can bring the balls just right up here in between your shoulder blade and your spine. So there's kind of that triangle area between your shoulder blade and your collarbone here and the spine. If you place the balls in there, there's there's a lot going on there. A lot of acupressure points. A lot of times you hold tension there. Just externally rotate your shoulders. Close your eyes. Take a deep, full in breath into your bellies. Expand. And then as you exhale, release a little deeper. Again, deep, full in breath into the belly. The ribs, the chest expand. And exhale, release. Again, one more time. Deep, full in breath into the belly. The ribs, the chest expanding. Exhale, release. Just allowing yourself to settle. Connecting to the rhythm of your breath. Anchoring to the breath and feeling the sensations of the body. Just really allowing the mind to center and settle the chaos of the mind or the breath, to center and settle the chaos of the mind. Good. And then when you're ready, just gently blink the eyes open. Maybe gently windshield wiper the knees from side to side. Make sure your gaze is staying at the ceiling. And then from here, if you want to reach the arms towards the ceiling, but bring the arms back down. Working the whatever balls you have underneath you, maybe rock side to side. Being gentle here. Again, for some people, this may be too much pressure. Just know that you can always place a blanket or a towel over the balls, just to add a little bit of cushioning. Good. And then you're just going to gently remove your massage balls or whatever balls you're using. Place them to the side. And then have your knees to your chest. Maybe draw circles or rock side to side. Taking a deep, full in breath. Smooth, easy exhale. Good. And just bringing the arms out to the side body. Exhale, bring the knees over to the left side. Keep your gaze at the ceiling, or the chin can follow your breastbone. Deep, full in breath. As you exhale, lift the knees up towards center. Inhale. Then exhale the knees to the right. Good. Inhale back to center. We're grabbing onto the backs of the thighs. We're just going to rock right on up into a seated position. So if you can just come into an easy seated position where you're sitting crossed legs on your sit bone, go ahead and do that. If that's not accessible to you today, you can come like I am and just come into the hero's pose. But I'd rather you be in an easy seated position. Palms are on your thighs. You're grounding the sit bones to the mat, lengthening through the spine. Shoulders move away from the ears. Inhale. And exhale, release. And then just gently begin to draw some big circles with your spine. And just know if this is not accessible, either of these seated positions, you can always just sit in a chair. And then reverse, go in the opposite direction. Good. Coming back to center. Inhale, lift the breastbone up towards the ceiling. Keep the chin gently tucked. Then exhale around the spine. Inhale, lift the breastbone up. Head is the last to lift. Then exhale around the spine. Head follows the spine. Inhale, lift the breastbone up. Exhale around the spine. Inhale back to center. Place your right palm to the mat. Reach the left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Inhale. And then exhale, reach to the right. Maybe your gaze looks at your thumb. Inhale through center. Reach those right fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, reach to the right. Left. Inhale through center. Exhale to the right. And just maybe begin to flow from side to side. Or if you want to be more static in your side bends, you can do that. Making sure you're breathing. Exhaling completely. And you're just going to inhale back up to center. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, we're gently going to twist to the right. Right fingertips can come down behind you. Left palm comes to the outside edge. Your right thigh. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, twist. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Good. And then let's go ahead and inhale, reach this left palm up towards the ceiling. Then exhale, reach towards the right knee. Or you can even think of it as the corner edge of your mat. Then inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, reach your right fingertips towards the ceiling. Exhale, reach to the left. Just changing our twist up, adding a side body stretch to it. Then inhale, lift up. Bring your palms back to your thighs and just begin to do some shoulder rotation. The reverse, go in the opposite direction. Good. And then coming back to stillness. Inhale, reach the fingers up towards the ceiling. Interlace the fingers. Make a pistol mudra. Exhale to the right. Inhale through center. Exhale to the left. Inhale to center. Exhale, forward fold. Palms come to the mat. Take a moment here with your back extended as straight. Ground your sit bones, lengthen through the spine. And then as you exhale, let the forehead come towards the mat as you round your spine. Exhale. On your next inhale, press yourself back up. And then we're just going to make our way on into tabletop. So however you need to get there, you're coming to your tabletop. Big starfish hands, knees are hip width apart. Your spine is neutral here. So your gaze is neutral. Notice I'm not tucking my chin. I'm not looking forward. My head is an extension of my spine. Shoulders plug into their shoulder sockets. And from here, you're going to inhale, drop your belly, heart and gazing forward, cow. Exhale, starting with the spine, tucking the tailbone, rounding through the spine to cat. Starting with your hips, inhale, dropping the belly, heart and gazing forward, cow. Then exhale, round the spine, cat. Couple more on your own, moving with your breath at your own pace. And then coming into a neutral spine, you're going to walk your palms towards the top of the mat. Keep your hips over your knees. Forehead begins to reach towards the mat, coming into puppy pose. Heart melts towards the mat. Take a deep, full in breath. Stay for the exhale. Again, deep, full in breath. Stay for the exhale. And then gently press yourself up into tabletop. This time we're going to drop to the chin, chest, belly. Inhale, lifting the head and shoulders and then the feet, coming into locust. Option to gently flutter the feet. Shoulders move away from the ears, elbows hug in. Good. And then tuck your toes, lift up, press back to child's pose. Hips come back towards your heels. Inhale, lifting up, rounding through the spine, through cat. Drop your belly, cow. And then press back to table, or I'm sorry, child's. Inhale, rounding up through the spine to table. Drop to the chin, chest, belly. Inhale, lifting the head and shoulders and the feet. Coming to locust. Maybe this time you want to reach the fingers towards the feet. Then exhale, plant the palms down, tuck your toes. And press through table, shift back child's exhale. Take a deep full in breath. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, lifting up into table. This time, tuck your toes, lift your hips, down dog. And in your down dog, maybe you want to pedal the feet, shift the hips from side to side. Good. In your down dog, we're just going to step this left foot forward, drop to the right knee. So this is a great place for your blocks. Just to add just a little bit of space here. So we're going to begin to shift back and forth on the knee. Working some lubrication in our joints, hip, the knee, the ankle. And also we're working on shortening and lengthening the hamstring, quad, even the calf a little. And then coming into your low lunge, just let everything hammock towards the mat. You can adjust your blocks. You can even come up onto your fingertips. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Again, shoulders move away from the ears. And then from here, we're going to place the right palm down. Reach those left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Bring the hand behind your head. Stack your shoulders. And exhale, elbow comes down to the outside edge of the knee. Then inhale, lift up. Exhale, bring the elbow down. Inhale, lift up. You got about 5 of these, 5 or 7. So go slow. Making sure to breathe. I like to over exaggerate this movement. And then on your next inhale, you're just going to reach those left fingertips up towards the ceiling, maybe even look up at your thumb. Exhale, plant the left palm down. And this first time, we're just going to shift back into our half splits. So remember, we like to keep our knee, our hip over the knee or in front of the knee, not behind the knee. You can also add some movement here in this first half split. So if it feels good, just the bend and straighten the knee. Go ahead and do that. Good. Bending into the left knee. Plant your palms to the mat. Step the left leg back. Drop to the chin, chest, belly. Inhale, lifting up into locust. Gaze is down your nose. Chin is tucked. And planting the palms. Tuck your toes. Press to table. And lift your hips to down dog. Take a deep, full in breath. Breathe deeply. Stay for the exhale. Inhale, look forward and step your right foot forward. Drop the left knee down. And just begin to rock back and forth. And you're just going to begin to allow everything to hammock towards the mat. You can always walk your foot forward a little bit. Not forcing anything here. And it doesn't have to be static. You can always move from side to side or any movement here, as long as it's gentle, as long as there's no pain. Good. And then we're going to place the left palm to a block or mat. Reach those right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Bring the palm behind your head. Stack your shoulders. And then as you exhale, elbow comes to the outside edge of the knee. Inhale, lift up. So you got 5 or 7 of these. I just encourage you to go slow. Over exaggerate this movement. Breathing is the most important thing. And then on your next inhale, you're just going to reach those right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, plant the palm down, and then shift back into half splits. Remembering to be mindful of your hip and knee placement. Again, you can add some movement. Making sure you're breathing. If you have a lot of mobility here already, you can always place a block underneath your thigh just to add a little bit of support. And then we're just going to come back into this low lunge position. Plant the palms to the mat. Step your right leg back. Inhale, drop your belly cow. Exhale, round the spine cat. Inhale to a neutral spine, drop to the chin, chest, belly. Inhale, lifting up to locust. Exhale, plant the palms to the mat, tuck your toes, press to down dog. In your down dog, take a deep, full in breath. Stay for the exhale. Step the left foot forward, drop the knee down, and then inhale, lifting up into your low lunge. Interlace the fingers, bring them behind the head, elbows hug in, breastbone lifts up, keep your chin tucked. Then exhale, planting the right palm to the mat, stack your shoulders. And then exhale, elbow comes to the outside edge of the knee, and you inhale, lift up. Exhale, release down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up, then maybe reach those left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, plant the palm to the mat. You're going to shift back into your half splits. And maybe you can go a little bit further this time. So we did some work at the beginning of class with our ball just to help release your hamstrings, release those soft tissues. Now you can always bring a block underneath your thigh here. Just being gentle, not forcing anything. Of course, you can always flex your foot too. Sometimes that helps just to support the soft tissues at the back of the leg. You're going to bend into your left knee. Plant your palms to the mat. Step your knee back. Inhale, drop your belly cow. Exhale, round the spine cat. Coming to a neutral spine, drop to the chin, chest, belly. Inhale, lifting up to locust. Gaze down your nose. Hug those heels together or towards one another. Plant the palms to the mat, tuck your toes, press through either table or plank to your down dog. Take a deep, full in breath. Stay for the exhale. Step your right foot forward, drop your left knee down. Inhale, lifting up, low lunge. Exhale, interlace the fingers, bring the fingers behind the head, elbows hug in, breastbone lifts up. Exhale, plant your left palm down, or reach the right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, plant the palms to the mat or blocks. Begin to shift back into your half split. Again, if you have a little bit more mobility, you can always bring your block underneath your thigh. Some of you may be able to bring your block to the mid height. Maybe not. Always keep a nice bend in the knee. See, my knee has a bend in it. I'm not hyperextending. I'm not forcing anything in my hamstring. It's nice here to lift the breastbone up towards the ceiling. You can always hinge at the hips. And you're just going to bend into your right knee. Plant your palms to the mat. Step your knee back to table. Inhale, drop your belly cat. Exhale, round the spine cat. And then drop to the chin, chest, belly. Inhale, lifting up into locust. Exhale, plant the palms to the mat, tuck your toes, and press to your down dog. Take a deep, full in breath. Stay for the exhale. Step the left leg forward, drop to the knee. Inhale, lifting up into your lunge. This time, exhale, let's plant the palms to the mat. We're gonna turn on your back knee. So you're turning on your back knee and you're gonna lift up, coming into a side angle lunge. And then from here, you're just gonna lift up, straighten the leg, or you can keep a bend in the knee. You don't have to straighten the leg, you can keep a bend in the knee. Just gonna lift up, just come into this reverse triangle pose with our back knee rounded. And you're gonna bend into the knee, plant the palms to the mat, turn your knee, so if your hips are facing forward, you're in a low lunge. And then you're gonna shift back into your half split. And so in your half splits, there's an option today for a twist. So you can bring your right palm to a block or a mat, reach the left fingertips up and twist towards the left thigh. And exhale, plant the palm down, bend into the knees. Get the leg back, table. Inhale, drop your belly cow. Exhale, round the spine cat. Inhale to a neutral spine, drop to the chin, chest, belly. Inhale, lifting the head and shoulders, locust. Exhale, plant the palms to the mat, press back to your down dog. Take a deep, full in breath. Stay for the exhale. Step the right foot forward, drop the back knee down. Inhale, lifting up into low lunge. And then exhale into the side angle lunge. So if you need to plant your palms down, to help you pivot that back foot, go ahead and do that. Just coming into a grounded side angle lunge. And then from here, we're just coming into this grounded reverse triangle. Inhaling. And then exhale into low lunge. Just your back, knee, and leg. And then shifting back into your half splits. Again, you can go a little deeper, or if you want, you can plant your left palm to the mat, come into this half lunge twist variation. Good, and then exhale, bending into the knee, planting the palms to the mat, gently stepping your leg back. Inhale, cow. Exhale to cat. Coming to a neutral spine, tuck your toes, lift your hips, down dog. Let's take a moment here in your down dog. Your gaze is between your two big toes, really pressing your weight back towards the heels. Heart melts towards the mat. Trying to keep any curvature out of the thoracic spine. Head is heavy. Bend into the knees, lift to the top of the mat, walk or step between your hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe belly rests on the thighs. You can hug your thighs together or just let your arms dangle or any bind. That feels good. Maybe sway side to side. Head is heavy. And you're going to come to stillness. You're going to slowly, go slow, roll up to Tadasana. So arms and head are heavy, slower. Stacking one vertebra at a time. Being mindful of your breath. Head is going to be the last to lift. If you get dizzy, you look at the floor. So taking a moment here in your Tadasana, your feet are hip width apart. Your hips are over your ankles, shoulders over the hips. Fingers reach towards the mat. As you lengthen through the spine, imagine I have a string attached to the crown of the head and the tailbone, and I'm just pulling in opposite directions. You bring your palms to your heart space. Shift the weight into the left foot. Lift the right foot up. So you can always use your toes as a kickstand. You can always use a block here, or you can place your left palm onto a wall or a piece of furniture. And then from here, we're going to hinge into a warrior three. Always, again, use your toes as a kickstand, hand on a wall, or even hand on your blocks. And then inhale, lift back up into one leg Tadasana. And then exhale, hinging into warrior. Inhale, one leg Tadasana. And then exhale back to Tadasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, palms to your heart center, shifting the weight into the right foot. Lift the left knee up. Finding any props or support here that you need for balance. Then exhale into warrior three. Inhale to one leg, Tadasana. Woo. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, one leg Tadasana. The balance could be a moving target, even for me. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale, one leg Tadasana. And exhale to Tadasana. Good. So I'm going to add, since we have our balls out, our massage balls or tennis balls, I'm going to run us through a little foot exercise. So you're going to take one of your balls, place it under the heel of the foot. And you're just going to gently press into the heel of the foot. You can even rock side to side. Again, if you need a support here, you can place your palm, either palm, on a wall or a piece of furniture. And then you're just going to roll up towards the arch of the foot, but you're not in the arch of the foot. You're still on the heel. You're still a little bit higher up on the heel of the foot. I'm just going to press into that. Your knee is bent. You can always step this foot back if you need to. And you're going to roll up to the arch of the foot. So, and you're going to lift the foot up. So notice my foot is not on my mat. You can rock side to side, draw little circles. So what you're going to find here is that you probably have some sensitivity in the arch of the foot, especially if this is your first time working the foot. So just back out of that. And if you can't stay as long as like I can, then that's okay. And then we're going to roll up to the ball of the foot. And your heel is on the mat. And you're just going to rock from side to side, or you can draw circles. Putting some pressure underneath the phalanges there. And you're just going to roll on up underneath your toes. And so your toes are gripping or wrapping around the curvature of the ball. Just rock side to side. And if you have a large or wide foot, just do the best you can here. Good. And you're just going to step off your ball, coming back to Tadasana. Deep full in-breath. Just notice how your right foot from your left foot feels. Exhale. And then moving to the left side. So again, we're going to start with the heel. So notice I have the back of my heel on the ball. The ball of my foot is firmly on the mat. Notice you can use a wall or a piece of furniture here. Just going to rock side to side. And some pressure. And then you're going to move up the heel towards the arch, but we're still pretty much on the heel of the foot. We move into the arch of the foot. So notice my foot is not on the mat. I have my foot lifted away from the mat. Then you're going to place your heel onto the mat. Roll up into the ball of the foot or the base of the phalanges. Maybe rocking side to side here. And some pressure on the ball. And you're just going to roll that ball up under your toes. Toes are going to curve around the curvature of the ball. And you're going to step off the ball, coming back into Tadasana. So what that is a nice release, not only for the bottom of the foot, oftentimes it releases the whole back of the leg, all that connective tissue, because our body is intimately connected at the cellular level. Good. And then from here, we're just gonna place our props to the side and just make your way down to a seated position. And let's just come into a wide leg seated position here. So your legs are wide. Your palms are behind you. You are stacking your shoulders over your hips. Inhale, lengthen, maybe flex the toes. And then go ahead and maybe draw some circles with your ankles. But we're going to bend into the right knee. Place the right foot to the inside edge of your left thigh. Inhale, reaching the right fingertips up towards the ceiling. Exhale, reaching to the left. And then exhale, plant your right palm down. So you can stay here, or if your knee is okay with it, you can inhale, lift up into a little back bend. And then exhale, come down. Inhale, reach up, and exhale, reach towards the left toes. Side body bend, stretch. Exhale, plant the right palm down. Inhale, reach up. And then exhale down. Last one. Inhale, exhale. And then inhale, lift up. Extend the legs long. Flex the feet. Again, if you want to add some rotation, go ahead and do that. And then bending into your left knee. Ooh. Bring the left foot to the inside of the body. So I'm still having a bit of an issue here with my hip. I think it's getting better. It feels like it's getting better. So I may have to just modify here. But again, it's just going to look like what we had on the right side. So you keep yours bent. I'm going to extend my long just to protect my left hip. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, reach towards the right knee. I almost didn't teach this because I knew I was going to have problems. Take a deep, full in breath. Exhale, release. And then inhale, lift up, plant the left palm down. And then gently lift up. And exhale, release down. Inhale, reaching the left fingertips up. Exhale, side body stretch on the left side. Reaching the fingers towards the right toes. And then inhale, plant the left palm down. And reach up into this little back bend variation. And then exhale down, last one. Inhale up. And exhale over. Good. Inhale up. Bend into your knees. And just roll to your back. Let's go ahead and grab a block. Place the block between your thighs. And your feet are about hip width apart, but they can be a little wider than hip width. You're going to grab onto the outer edges of your mat, externally rotate your shoulders. Inhale, squeeze the block and lift the hips up into your bridge. Chin lifts away from the chest. Gaze looks at the ceiling. And then exhale, release the hips down. Hug your knees into your chest, or just come into any happy baby version, or happy baby version that you would like. Good. We're going to place our feet to the mat, grab onto your balls. You're going to lift up, place these balls right here underneath your sacrum. So the sacrum is that bony area right here at the top of the hips. So you're placing these balls right here at the edge of that bony area and just swaying the hips from side to side. So you're massaging your upper glutes to glute minius and medius here at the outer edge of your hip. And you're going to bring the balls to the center point of your glutes, this bullseye area. That's your piriformis. And you're going to, again, shimmy the hips from side to side. I teach a lot of this in my Hip Smart course, my 12-week program. If you're ever interested in that, please just reach out to me. It's a private class. Another thing you can do here is just hug your knees, hold on to the backs of the thigh. Sometimes you have to recenter. Sometimes it's nice just to find an area just to hang out. You're just going to lift your hips up, remove the balls, place them out of your way, and stack your hips over your knees over your hips rather. Exhale the knees to the left side of the body, supine twist. Deep full in breath. Smooth easy exhale. Inhale the knees back to center. Exhale the knees to the right side of the body. Maybe you want to look over your shoulder. Maybe you just want to keep the chin even with the breastbone. Deep full in breath. Stay for the exhale. Inhale back to center, and then just take a full body stretch. Option to grab onto your right wrist, pull to the left, And then switch, grab onto the left wrist, pull to the right. And then coming back up to center. Hug your knees to your chest, maybe lift the head and shoulders. Coming into a tight ball, inhale. And then exhale, releasing into your Shavasana. So if you want to grab some layers, you can. If you want to grab a pillow, put them underneath your knees, you can, for your head. I like to externally rotate my shoulders, make a shelf for my heart with my shoulder blades. Close your eyes. Take a deep, full in breath. And just part your lips and sigh out the breath. Shavasana. Just beginning to notice. Noticing the sensations of the body. Noticing how the mind and body have stilled and settled. And gently beginning to add some movement to the fingers and toes. Rotating the wrist and ankles. Soft gaze. And then when you're ready, just take a full body stretch. Inhale. Exhale, bending your knees, rolling to the right side in the fetal position. Just allowing space here. Space for gratitude. Space for loving kindness. And then when you're ready, gently press yourself up into a seated position. Bring your palms to your heart space, bow your head. May there be peace in your thoughts. May there be peace in your words. May there be peace in your heart. And may you share that with all beings. Thank you so much for joining me. With so much gratitude. Namaste. All right. Thank you for joining me. I hope you got a lot out of this class, a little bit of massage. Have a wonderful rest of your day.